There it is. So that's a blue oxide layer.
People don't really understand what a blacksmith is. They just assume that all I do is sit around and make knives.
As soon as you've heated up some metal and banged it around and made something even marginally useful, you're a blacksmith.
90% of what we do is just heating it up and hitting it with a hammer.
Pretty much the rule once this thing gets fired up is everything is hot.
This is the arduous part.
Oop, it's getting very hot.
This all day long. Sometimes you really just need a bigger hammer. So if you walk into a commercial kitchen at a nice big restaurant, what are they using? There's so much you can do with a 10-inch carbon steel skillet. It can replace 90% of what you have in your kitchen right now. You're good forever. You don't have to buy any more skillets. My name is Tristan Godwin, and I'm a blacksmith. So the first thing we need to do is we've decided that we need to cut out a 12-inch circle. So I've got that programmed up into the computer. So I'm going to go ahead and drive this machine using this wireless keyboard here. And this steel that we use, this is 12 gauge, which is a thickness. It's not so thin that it transfers heat too quickly and burns, and it's thick enough that it doesn't warp and do things like that. And this is a form of mild carbon steel. So 0.3 of 1% of carbon in it, which makes it malleable. That's what allows us to basically hammer it out, to form it into shape, to use the press on it. And it's just the perfect material for cooking on as well. It holds the seasoning, and that's the most important part, giving our customers a really good finish that they can cook on. It's like magic. So that makes our lives so much simpler. So now we're gonna cut out a couple more of these, and these are gonna turn into a couple of hybrid pans that we're gonna make today. So we'll take these and head over to the press and start working on that. I had a welder that I had purchased just because I'd watched some YouTube videos on welding. I discovered that I love metalwork and started heating things up and shaping it. And not long after I started just messing around, I built my first skillet, and it's very crude, but it got the job done. And I took it home, and everyone would ask me, where did you get that? I'm like, well, I made it, actually. I built up this metalworking shop with my dad, and it just seemed like the next step was, hey, let's make some of these skillets that everybody says they love so much and see if they're willing to buy them. And they are. So that's where we are now, is making these skillets and other cookwares. We've cut these out with a plasma cutter, and they've been cut to a specific size. This is gonna be a 10-inch round skillet. So we're gonna go ahead and put this on a blank from below. So that's gonna be the cooking surface size when this skillet is finished. So now we need the bottom to press it into. So we're gonna set this on the bottom. This is the arduous part. So you can see the steel starting to go down where that puck is in the middle. And this gets a little tougher to do, obviously. And right before it pops down into that bottom is when we wanna stop. That means we've reached our full depth of the skillet. All right, so there we have the beginnings of a 10-inch round skillet. We're actually in the works in getting a hydraulic press. It's being built right over here that's gonna make this much simpler for us. It's electric hydraulic, meaning I hit a foot pedal and it goes down, and I don't have to do quite as much as this all day long. All right.